So why do young people join a trade union?
At work we face a lot of injuries. Like the way the burgers are cooked in McDonald's, they're not flipped by hand. It's cooked on a two-platten grill, so it's like a bottom platten and then a top one that comes down on the top, so they cook from both sides. And when the top platten raises, you've got between 10 and 20 seconds to take the meat off, and there's grease all on the top of that. It just drops. All the back of my hand in multiple places has got multiple burns of varying degrees. You have no choice, you have to put your hand into that. There's no protective equipment for that whatsoever. A lot of the time we seem quite short-staffed. I mean, I do 10-hour shifts every day and I have no idea when my break is. If I eat before work, I might end up an hour later being eating again. And then if I don't eat, it might be for the rest of my shift until the end where I get to eat. I work nights, which is okay I suppose, but like recently I've been moved on to days as well, so I've been going from nights to days, back to nights to days, and yeah, I haven't like slept a full night.
We work with cookers, we work with fryers, all of this different stuff. My issue with it is that every shift manager is supposed to have first aid training. So when there are shift managers who are telling you to do the wrong things that can actually make things worse. Like I was told to put an ice cube on a burn from a fryer, and at the time I did it because basically I was going to go up the back and run it under cold water, which is what you're supposed to do, but it was so busy that they told me to get back on floor and just put an ice cube on it. It's the worst thing they can do. You can get freeze burns. One boy dropped the fry basket into the oil and it literally splashed up, and on the whole of his arm he had circles of burns, and they didn't even let him go up the back to wash that off.
We're on 0 contracts at McDonald's. I have no choice but to do exactly as I'm told and never question it, because I might lose the hours and then I'll be out on the street. If I was to say to them that I have an issue about not wearing the proper equipment while I'm doing the job, I think they'll just take me off the nights, which means that's like a 10-hour shift every day and I need the money. I can't afford not to do that.
Are you beginning to see why workers get together in the workplace to defend their rights? This is why many of us join trade unions when we start work or when we have a problem at work, to protect ourselves, to make those people in charge who make decisions, to make them accountable and to get them to listen. And this is why workers all over the world form trade unions, even where they're illegal. In some countries, having a meeting like this in a school, we'd be arrested and you'd all get sent home and we'd be put into jail. But still, people get together to protest, to fight for what's right. And they sometimes win and massive changes take place for the better. Look at these brave young Honda workers in China.
Everyone knows Honda is already one of the world's top 500 companies. So why does it offer such low salary? It's because us Chinese are looked down upon. The Japanese staff make a minimum of 50,000 RMB a month simply by sitting in an air-conditioned office. We don't make enough money. The living cost keeps going up, and earning 120 bucks a month, I have to think twice even when buying a bottle of water, not to mention other things. Some people have to live on the money their families send. During the May holiday, I didn't even have enough money to go home. It all started in the assembly department. They also make 120 bucks a month and don't get paid for overtime. They produce twice the amount, but still receive the same salary. Then, on May 17th in the morning, the transmission assembly department took the lead to strike.
But one thing is clear. The new generation of young Chinese are increasingly outspoken and organized about defending their rights.
It's the most natural thing in the world. If we have a problem or want to change something that is unfair, or we want those with the power to listen to us, we get together with other people in the same situation and we try to change things together. A trade union is an organisation like Unite which bands workers together to achieve common goals.